Hey everybody, what's up, T? Welcome into Straight Talk with T and J. I am Jeff.
And I'm Tracy. I'm the
How you
T.
doing? How you doing today?
Hi, Jeff. I'm
Hey,
great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Maintaining, hanging in here.
I know. This is the end of the work week for me. Yes.
Yay!
Yeah,
Dog, it's only Tuesday.
baby. It's only Tuesday, but the work week is OV. Yes.
Wow, that's got to great.
Yes.
That's got to. So you actually don't go back to work until Monday.
Until next week, it is
Wow.
OV. Yes.
What are you gonna do with yourself? You got to stay busy,
Jeff,
huh?
that for some reason, I think that's not funny.
Oh
That,
well.
that just doesn't seem to be really funny right now.
Uh, okay. Okay. So anyway, for those who are just now joining us on, Straight Talk, we're gonna throw out some topics, and then of course you can just click that link anytime you want to join the conversation. We'll talk to you as well. Definitely want to say hello to all of our listeners that we have that will hear the replay either on Spotify, Facebook, or what have you. So let's jump right into it, Tracy.
Yes, yes, yes. First of all, before we get started, I want to tell you all happy Thanksgiving Eve to everyone. Well, Eve.
Yeah, Eve, Eve.
Ooh, Eve, because it's not Thanksgiving Eve yet, so it's Eve. Yes. And
I
this is
can't
our
wait. I
first.
can't look. I can't wait till we get to one of those topics. Later on in the show, because I got to ask you a question, but I don't want to ask her out of turn. So let's
Not
get the show on the road.
yes, don't jump fast, don't fast forward, don't fast forward.
Right, right.
Goodness, just slow it down, man. Slow it down. But
Now what me?
before we go there, I want to make sure we are being very respectful. So before we
Okay.
go there, I want to ask you one personal question first.
Uh-oh.
What are you thankful for this year? That was not part of our
Uh
topic. So what are you thankful for this year?
that's too personal. It's
I
between
don't
me, me and God.
Okay, well, answer it anyway. What are you thankful
Okay,
for this year?
so I'm thankful for my family.
Okay.
That's my mother, my son, my brother, my other brother, my uncles, aunt. I only have one aunt. So I'm thankful for life, of course, and I'm just grateful for the friends that are in my inner circle because I can call on them whenever I need to, and I mean, it's like I have so much to be thankful for. I could go on and on and on. So I'll stop here because only God knows because I talk to him a lot or her, whichever one you want to identify them with. But I'm thankful for a lot. Now, Tracy, what are you thankful for?
Okay, so I am thankful for the fact that every morning, starting off, uh, every morning, um, I open my eyes,
Yeah.
and that's the first thing I do is talk to God. I open my eyes. Normally, I think it's about 4 o'clock. That's typically around the time that God opens my eyes every morning, and I roll over and I just begin having a deep conversation with God. And I just begin talking to God every morning. And
Mm.
we just have this long conversation every morning. How I just start telling God how grateful I am for just the ability just to be able to say, God, I thank you. And God, I thank you for this. And God, I thank you for that. Because I recognize the fact that so many people can't do that. So many people can't say um even articulate those words, you know.
Right.
So many people just did not wake up this morning. So many people weren't allowed that opportunity, and I don't take it for granted. I know it's a time when I was sick. I know a few years ago when I had my many strokes that, things were such that I may not have even made it to the year where I am now.
Come
And
on now with that testimony. Come on,
you know,
girl.
I don't take any of these things for granted. You know, I so thank God for recognizing the fact that He had me move from where I was to where I am today for a reason.
Hello.
Even when I was in the volatile situation, He got me out of it and allowed me to change, that situation because of whatever reason. And He allowed
Mm-hmm.
me to be here today. He allowed me to be able to relocate for a reason, and I'm yet okay. You know, I so thank God every day. I thank God every day. And when I start thanking God, I go down the litany of things. I don't thank God just for my children. I don't thank God just for my grandchildren. I don't thank God just for, my job, which are the easy things that you could easily do. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I go, I get very specific. I thank God for Jeff, who helps me with my podcast, you know,
Oh.
for the job, which allows me to be able to eat. I thank God for the car, which allows me to be able to make it to work. But I thank God for shielding and protecting and for keeping the angels around. I thank God for those people who are in my circle and for people who are outside the circle. I thank God for keeping people safe as they travel. And then I also ask him to also protect those individuals who don't know how to thank him as well. I thank God for the little bitty babies who don't know what to say, and for the mamas and daddies who are those protectors. And I keep going and going, and I ask him
All
just to
right.
help the children and the educators and those other people in the other places. And I go on and on and on and on and on. And I have these lengthy conversations because I know that he has us in those positions, in those places, and because he's in my heart. And he's so anyway, that's what I'm thankful for. So anyway,
All right. And all the church said amen.
amen. Amen.
I was like, this
Amen.
ain't gonna never end. But we should call this the thankful show.
I can't stand you. You're so silly. Well, that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah.
Amen.
Look, thankful for the things that are seen and unseen,
Seen and
especially
unseen.
that keep us moving in a positive direction. I thank God for you, Tracy, because you are like a breath of fresh air. Especially, if you ever call somebody and you don't know what they're going through, whatever, and they talking to you, all of a
Yes.
sudden it's like they forget what they was going through. Why they talking to you? I don't know what. That's like that black girl magic. I don't know what it is, but
Yes.
it's good. It's a good thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Now, being that as we transition into the show,
Yes.
you have some good things around this time of the year, and we wind up in a sad state or depressed state because that person got their wings or that person is no longer here.
Yes.
And let's talk about the lost loved ones during the holidays. Tracy, I'm gonna let you take the wheel on this because man, it's ironic you wanted to do this today because I was watching someone's YouTube channel about a week ago, and because I know they were a married couple, they had two channels on YouTube, or actually they had three channels, and he lost her, and man, it was just amazing how strong he was. And
Yeah.
it was a celebration. It took him a minute, but he got it together and he moved on. But I thought it was just a blessed, wonderful tribute he did to his wife. Man, that was great. So you can take the wheel on this one. I'm gonna sit back and listen.
I think it takes us so much to get to the point where we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it only is but by the grace of God that we're sometimes able to bounce back enough that we can say those words out loud. Um, let me give you a prime example.
Okay.
Um, I'm a crybaby when it comes to saying that one person in my life who I will forever miss, and there's nobody that could ever take his place.
Okay.
Period. Period. I think he is probably the one man who I will always say was probably the best, the epitome of all men in my life. I was a little girl when he left me, and and I will always miss him. And to this day, I still miss his hands. And
Oh wow.
that was my granddaddy.
Oh wow.
You know,
We
and
have
I
that
could
in
close
common.
and I could close my eyes right now, and I could, we, mm,
Wow.
we, I'm going to be a big girl. I'm going to be
Right.
a big girl, and I'm gonna get through this. And because I remember the impact he had on our family. We grew
Mm-hmm.
up in a multi-generational family. And you know how growing up there were a lot of families who had, I grew up with a mom and a great aunt and a grandfather, and of course it was
Mm-hmm.
my brother and my cousin. So all of us were in one home. And he was that patriarch
Right.
for us, and he took care of all of us. And I would never forget certain words he used to say, even though I was a little girl. I would never
Mm-hmm.
forget certain words he would say. And even though I was a little girl, certain things he said still to this day resonate very strongly with me. So eventually, when he got sick, I still remember the things he would say and he would do. So eventually, when he got sick, and the elders will come by and they would take care of us, and they were there for us, as he got sick and he left us. Um, his legacy lived on within the community. Those elders came by and they talked about how much of a strong man he was.
Mm-hmm.
His There were some books that he was in, and
Oh wow.
yeah, you know. But even
Well,
today,
tell me.
like right now, I can see his hand right now as I'm talking about him.
Mm. Well, can I ask you a question? Do you always feel a certain type of way when the holidays come around because he's not with us?
You know what? It's not, amazingly, there's a truck line he used to work for, since you said that. My granddad used to work for the ABF truck line. And for many years, I used to wave at the ABF truck line. And and um and so since we talked about, so it's not just the holidays for me. So since we're talking about holidays, holidays are very special because I wish he was here. So I feel for people who don't have someone special with them for the holidays. But for me, I wish he was here all the time. But I know
Mm.
some people who don't have family members.
Right.
So as a therapist, um, I also have to work with family members who go into deep depression because they've lost someone and they just really can't get out of their sullen state. Their
Right.
sullen state can take someone down such that they really want to take themselves out. I don't want to take myself out. I just want to be into that love moment.
Right.
That love moment for me is that place that I just want to have him. Sometimes just hold on to me. Years ago, I used to just want to say, God help my granddad just to hug me. And sometimes he will just hold on to me. That kind of thing.
Well, that actually segue into our second topic about the holidays and lost loved ones. Some people are left with broken heart, and
Yes.
during this time of the year, of course, we know the suicide rate goes up. And what's always amazed me? I never understood this until I got older,
What's that?
and that is there are women who will like be married and the husband for whatever reason passed away and they
Yeah.
never get remarried. And I never
Mm.
understood that. I was like, shit, you want happiness, don't you? But they just for certain reasons I talked to different ones and they were like, well, different reasons. Like, well, I don't think I can ever find somebody to fill his shoes.
So
And
do
I'm
you
like,
think you would get remarried if you were in that position?
um, if I ever remarry, you better know that I have checked all the boxes, crossed all the T's, and dot all the I's. In other
Right.
words, she's got to be real special,
Wow.
especially to deal with me.
Right.
I'm more than a handful. I'll tell you that off the top. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But a broken heart, I've had my heart broken
Yeah.
with somebody who's still alive.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm no good looking. I got a face for radio, so to speak. So all the Denzel Washington's and Idris Elba or whatever his name is. When
You're ruining that man's name.
what's his name? Idris Elba. What's his name? Whatever.
Idris
Idris.
Elba.
Okay, whatever. Him. So when I was in high school, and I learned this trick very early, like in the 10th grade, that let the girls who want to be with those guys that look better, look like those Denzels and Idris. But when they break up, I'm the rebound man. I understand those broken hearts. I do. I do. But, now that I'm older, I'm no rebound man for nobody. Rebound man for myself.
Right.
But it's almost like once you have a broken heart, I know I can only speak for me. There is a 3-level or 3-tier stage that you have to go to before you even get to my heart.
Okay. Hold tight. 3-tier.
Yeah. At first,
what does that mean?
Stony heart. I had a stony heart, so I came with a 3-tier plan.
Okay.
And so
break that down.
The 3-tier plan is if you make it to the 3rd tier, then you'll be close to my heart. But most people, they won't make it past the 1st tier because it's a brick wall, and it takes a long time. It's not like you do those 3 tiers in a year. No.
So
I not only watch what people say, but I watch what they don't say. Question.
So you're saying it takes at least a year to get year one?
More or less. That's if you're trying to get close to my heart. Now, it don't take a year or not to have relations. That's something different, totally different. But to get to my heart, and no, you can't just do it to my stomach by cooking. I know how to cook. I don't need no cook.
Right.
But I mean, matters of the heart.
So
when someone is truly invested in, truly engaged with having the best outcome for you, that they on your team, they in your corner, then yeah, stage 2 would, tier 2 and 3 would be a breeze if you make it past 1.
But stage 1 should be, is that not part of a relationship?
Nope.
Or is that just, it's not?
Nope. Stage 1, see, when I was younger, stage 1 was the only stage I had. You just get past stage 1 and get to my heart. And that's how it got broke. Now is 3 stages. Because between stage 1 and 3, somewhere along the line, you're going to lose your representative. And the representative is always the person that, you want to put your your best foot forward, you know, that fake it till you make it kind of thing. I want to see the real you. And the only way I can do is put you through year one, which is almost like a love boot camp. And then if you make it to 2 and 3, it'll be easy for you.
A love boot camp?
Yes. And it has nothing to do with what you can bring to the table, how much money you make, none of that. It all has to do with the character of you and the person you are.
Right. So that has to do with your integrity, your character.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay.
Now, what about you? Talk to me about your broken heart. Do you remember when the first time you had your heart broken?
Jesus.
Was it that bad?
Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
The very first time. Oh, Lord.
Did you become a stalker?
Oh, God, no. I don't do things like that. I think the very first time, I'm trying to make sure I get it right in terms of the very first time.
Okay, go past middle school.
Oh, yeah.
Because all below that is puppy love.
So, but see, this is going to speak to a conversation you and I had last week. Okay. See, I've always dated older men.
Oh,
even
boy.
Yeah. But see, you talking about go beyond middle school. Because see, even in middle school, I've dated older guys. So what? Are you saying?
I'm just saying, what? You was a fast tail.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out.
Me too.
No, I'm trying to figure out which person I should.
Oh boy, you got your heart broke more than once?
Yeah, probably.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, it's because of your zodiac sign. You care too much.
Oh yeah, I do. I care way too much.
Yeah,
I do.
You already had your heart broke.
That's not nice.
I'm sorry.
I do. I care way too much. Yeah, I do. So if I go, so am I supposed to use an example when I was in my 20s or when I was in my
whatever you want to use? Because I'm thinking, I know I broke some hearts, especially during holidays. I'm the average guy. I will break up with you right before your birthday, right before Valentine's Day, right before Christmas. I want to buy you a present.
I can't stand guys like that.
Well, I was.
You know what? I never. Now, see, you know what? I never had breakups around the holidays. Never.
I was that guy.
I was not that. I did not have breakups around holidays.
I bet you like spooning. I don't even like spooning unless I'm really into you. So a breakup would be so easy.
Did you just say that? I bet you like spooning. I don't like spooning.
Yeah, a breakup, man. When I was younger, oh man, I would break up with someone, Tracy, and tell her, "You want to know how I'm doing? Stop calling me. Listen to the radio." Now, people say that's cold.
Yeah, I hope she did not call you again.
Well, I will talk about my past life because it was pretty good. I'm just gonna focus on the show with your broken-hearted self. Tell us about it.
Oh my God. Fred, I'm so glad I love you.
We are listening. You know we are listening.
Let me encourage anyone. If anyone would like to call us, you can. Because just know that I pray he has changed. Because this type of person Do not deal with the madness.
Look, click the link that's in the comments. You can also join the conversation. Just don't use any profanity. We welcome your comments.
Oh, you got my ears burning.
I'm still waiting to hear your heartbreaking story.
Let me just see. I can't think of but probably a couple that I've
Okay,
had.
but just pick
Okay,
one.
so let me just bring up one that I can think of. I was
Okay.
probably, well, the age is irrelevant. Yeah, just the age is totally irrelevant. Just one that I can think of. It just,
Don't be
yeah.
afraid. Go ahead, take the time.
The situation just
Oh, just you thinking about it got you laughing, huh?
yeah, yeah. It's no, just me thinking about it has gotten me a little warm all of a sudden.
Oh
Um,
wow. Just thinking
no,
about
not
it
that
got
kind of,
boys.
no,
Boy.
not that kind of warm.
Like, who is this guy? Is he married now? He better come back and get you. I need to
No,
find some popcorn.
no. He ended up being someone who ended up having a relationship that I found out that he was already dating someone else. And so
Oh,
we ended up having to break up. That's what happened.
no. So you got played. Wow. Who was he with? Oh, he had to be with us there longer if you found out that he was dating someone already. And of course you made him make a choice and he chose that and it broke your heart. Wow.
So I said that I'm not going to. So I said, tell you what, I don't want to participate in all this. So tell you
You
what,
can have it.
I said, let's just end it. So
Right. You're
let's
like,
just,
you can have it.
I don't want to be a part of this. Let's just end it. And it's just, enough is enough.
You can have it. Funny.
So enough is enough.
You know, that's sad,
See,
but
I'm okay with ending things that's just, a tad bit uncomfortable.
see
Or a
now,
tad bit painful.
when I talk to you later after the show, if you have a 3-tier system in place, your heart won't ever get broke again. I promise. Have you ever heard the cliche, anything working for and waiting for is worth it?
Of course.
So without playing games,
Uh-huh.
you're able to put people to your test.
Oh, and I do. Trust and
Okay.
believe.
Okay. I'm just saying the 3 tiers. I need to write a book. Put that in a book.
Really?
The 3-tier system. Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh.
Because all the answers are different for women and different for men.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know these millennials nowadays, boy. Ooh, they rough. They are rough. So moving right along.
So why do you think the millennials don't understand this?
Oh, they rough. Because it's almost like this generation has no filter. They have no filter.
So do you talk to your son about it?
Of course. All the time. And he's a chip off the old block. Because when I was younger, I used to date older women. Now he's thinking about older women. I'm like, yo, you need to get established first. So they be hitting on it too. I just be like, hey, that's my son. Back up.
Oh, wait a minute. So you get in the middle of his relationships?
He doesn't have any relationships.
Because daddy is interjecting.
No, because he hasn't found the right one without kids. Because I'm not ready to be a granddaddy. Because if I am going to be a granddaddy, it's going to be from his seed. It's not going to be a stepdaddy, granddaddy. No.
Oh, you are overprotective.
No, she's out there somewhere, but I mean, she might not be in the big South, but she out there.
So you mean to tell me if he dated someone, she can't have children?
Nope. He should learn from your parents' mistakes. Okay.
So he can't date someone with children.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Nope. We talked about. Matter of fact, we talked about this yesterday, just yesterday, and I told him, I said, son, you don't want a ready-made family. You know, that's dating some young lady with either 2, 3, you know, even one child. You don't want a ready-made family. You want to make your own. I know you can't help who you fall in love with, and no, I'm not the hovering parent. And
You
no,
are. You just said you're a hovering parent.
Look, this is not going to be a Romeo and Juliet storyline. All I'm saying is,
Jeff,
if you do things the right way, it'll come out right.
You just said you're a hovering parent. How you gonna
I'm
tell
not
him?
really hovering.
You gonna tell him if she has a child? You just told him he can't fall for her.
Look, he comes to me for advice, and I like to give suggestions. I don't give advice. I give suggestions. And I just say, look, I did this and I did that. This happened, that happened. And I suggest if you want to learn from what I did, don't do it.
Okay, so, and what if he still chose to date her?
Well, that's his problem. But I'm just telling you, I'm okay. I'm gonna be real with you. Tracy. Mm-hmm. I'm sitting on the panic button and I'm hoping they break up.
You're so mean.
Matter of fact, I'm trying to go get another guy to talk to her and see if she take a number or give out her number. And I say, Junior, look, she ain't loyal. It was a setup. Matter of fact, I contact that guy off of YouTube, Ariel, and say, yo, see if they loyal. Get them the loyalty test. Hey, call it what you want. But some people say you can't help who you fall in love with. Sure you can.
Jeff.
You can. What? You got to put up boundaries. You got to put up standards.
Jeff.
What?
Do you hear what you're saying?
Yes. Am I saying anything wrong? No.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay. Do you have a boy, a son?
I have 2 grandsons.
I ain't said grandson. Do you have a son?
I have two daughters.
You got 2 daughters. So you can't even speak on what I'm speaking on, just like I can't speak on if, 2 daughters or a daughter, because I don't have a daughter.
Yes, I know.
So from your vantage point, which will be totally different, and I hope it's not like what the past generations were teaching young ladies, the baby boomers, go out there and find you a good man to work. You stay home and work, or don't do no work, to clean up the house and cook and clean, be a good domestic, wife, blase. I hope that hasn't passed down because, that looking for the knight in silver shiny armor, them days long gone.
Right.
It takes 2 incomes to make it down. So if you don't have an entrepreneurial spirit to create something and make your own money, or go work for someone to make your own money, it's like we gotta do something. I'm not gonna be sharing my suit, and you ain't give me no more suit. And so my son is very aware, especially of the girls that, it's true. I showed him a manuscript that I wrote years ago about dating in the North and the South and how different it is. So the main takeaway from that is dating in the South is almost like immediate exclusiveness. versus dating in the North is just dating, and you're not exclusive until you come to an agreement. So, with that said, I think my boy, he'll do all right.
Okay.
He is a good judge of character. We talk about discernment all the time.
Okay.
Now, are you teaching your girls? You know, what's up with that? You got grandkids. Wow, you aren't even old enough. Well, yes, you are. Cause you got gray hair. Okay. So anyway, um, it's different now. It's
Did you
different
just
when
throw out some shade because
yeah,
of my hair?
yeah, it's different now from even when you and I were in our 20s. It's different. It's just totally different.
Okay.
And yeah, I try to keep my hair cut low so I don't have all that gray showing. But you know, it is what it is. I like to say you're seasoned.
Okay. No
Moving,
comment.
huh?
No comment.
I believe it. Moving right along with the
Moving
show.
right along.
So what is the real meaning of Thanksgiving or the sugar-coated version? Which one do you really subscribe to?
You know what? The scary thing is that things have changed so much.
How
When
so?
you know, in my opinion, growing up, you had one version versus the older you get, you see something totally different.
Explain.
When you're a little girl or children,
Mm-hmm.
when you're children, everyone goes to school and you're taught one thing, or you have this envisioned perception of what Thanksgiving is.
Okay.
And I don't mean just the pilgrims thing, and we'll talk about pilgrims in a minute. But you have one perception of all families sit around the table and
Mm-hmm.
everyone cooks this big meal and families sit together and they all cook and everyone is going to sit around and it's going to be about everyone coming together, and after dinner everyone is going to have some wonderful conversation and everything is going to be la-di-da, and everyone is going to, well, people take off work and everything's going to be la-di-da. The guys will watch sports, preferably football game,
Mm-hmm.
and the ladies will wash dishes, and whoever doesn't watch the game, and what I'm saying? Like, and the evening will wrap up that way, and the kids will make a whole lot of noise, and basically that's how it ends. Now, the older you get, you get a chance to see some people may get a chance to play cards. I remember when I was really young, we would sit in the backyard because I grew up in the South. People were in the backyard playing cards. I remember that as well. People sit in the backyard playing cards,
Mm-hmm.
playing cards in the South. I can remember that vaguely. People would sit, with some loud music. Well, not loud, but with music going on, or somewhere I remember some music, and you know what I'm saying. So it just depends on whose house you were at. A little, a little conversation. But guess what?
Mm-hmm.
When you got to pretending all of, I don't mean to say this out loud, but when you got to doing this little Thanksgiving thing, guess what?
What?
Whatever little camaraderie that occurred on Thanksgiving, by the next day, guess what?
What?
Whatever did this little cohesion, it all dissipated by the next day. So whatever brought the family together for that 124 hours, I don't see. I got a problem with it. See, here comes Tracy being Debbie Downer.
Mm-hmm.
Problem with it.
Go on with it.
Because I have an issue with some fake um some fake 24-hour happiness if it's not going to be real beyond 24 hours. I don't
That
want to
just
see.
that just means you need to have more family gathering.
No, it means I don't want to have a family gathering. It means I want some realness. I don't want a family gathering because
Well,
well, see, that's just like the family gathering you have at a funeral. The people
that's what
only
I'm
come
saying.
together to eat your food. That's
That's
why
what
I
I was
said
gonna
I
say.
hate repasts. I hate doing the repast thing.
Well, that is a
That's why
fact
I told
that
people
we
I'm
don't
not
come
doing
together.
another repast for people.
It's a fact we don't come together until then.
That's why y'all can pick and choose if you want to do fried chicken for me or not. Because I'm not. I'm being cremated, and they can pick and choose if they want to have any piece of fried chicken they want to, because they're gonna burn me up anyway.
But you and I are in agreement with that. All I'm saying is
Who
I'm
gonna
not gonna have
repass for a
fried chicken.
burned up person?
I'm not gonna have fried chicken.
I mean, I'm serious. I mean, the sugar. I mean, it should be what you're thankful for, and people should really genuinely talk about it. Because if they're not established relationships, I don't want to participate in them.
So are you saying that Thanksgiving is not really Thanksgiving? It's almost sugar coated when people family members you hadn't seen for a while just come with a different like aurora, or they they're not really genuine. Is that what you're
That's why,
saying?
right? That's why okay. Let me give you another example. I would rather go around friends that I really have not seen on a consistent basis, but I still know that they're true blue, than go around fake family that you. Oh,
Wow.
did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you said that part out loud.
Because I'm not fake. So, but I believe in being genuine.
Okay. Well,
Your turn.
your Thanksgiving gonna be lonely this year.
No, it's not, because I have some people who are genuine. So I'm going to
Okay.
be around the genuine people.
Well, good. I
Yeah.
I just I just look. I buy into. I guess it would be the sugar coated version because I don't care what you say, how
You
you
just want
look.
food.
I just want something to eat.
I knew you just want the food. That's all you want. You
Look,
just want the food.
I don't want. Look, you can have all that meat. Just give me the vegetables.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, if we got some macaroni and cheese that's baked, oh boy. And believe it or not, food tastes better the day after Thanksgiving
That is true,
because the
because it's
seasoning and
sat up in
stuff.
the refrigerator and
Yeah, you get the marinade.
I agree. That is true.
So
Hmm.
if you talk to a native Indian, they don't want any parts of Thanksgiving. Here's why: Indigenous People Day is the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I
But
forgot about that. Yeah.
historically, what had happened, when the Pilgrims came over and their first Thanksgiving feast, they not only had the wines and spirits, but when they Indians partook in the alcohol, they killed them all.
Hmm.
And I was like, oh. And then, of course, you fast forward, years later with the Trail of Tears, it's believe it or not, man, it's like you got to know the difference between America being a corporation and the land,
Right.
because the native Indians, even though they got pushed all the way to places like Wyoming and Oregon and Washington or whatever, it's like in Oklahoma, they still own this country.
Hmm.
I mean, it's like they stole it from them. And said, here goes some casinos. Even Donald Trump was talking about they don't look like Indians to me. I'm just saying.
Right.
I'm like, come on, dude. But a good source would be Dane Calloway. He has a YouTube channel where he talks about, a lot of black folks today in America were not brought over on the ships because those numbers over there with the ships don't match up because they hadn't found any wrecked ships, or one or two, not that many. And have you ever heard the old saying that, grandma used to say, you got some Indian in your blood?
Right.
Well,
Right.
that may be true because, Dane was talking about the census and how they were categorizing black people and Indians together. And what's amazing to me, taking all the information in, knowing what I know, and just driving around here, looking at all of the Indian words that some people may not know they're Indian.
Right.
For example, Chulahoma. We have Chulahoma Road. Of course,
Right.
the T is silent. Then you got down in Mississippi. Oh man, it's all down in Mississippi.
Oh yeah.
Pontotoc. All in Alabama, Wetumpka. So it's like once you start opening up that rabbit hole, and going down that rabbit hole, I can see why certain governors don't want history taught, Black history, or I can see that because they are, when you go down that rabbit hole, they are the villain.
Right.
And they don't want to be portrayed as the villain today. But it is what it is. I mean, you can't change, well, I guess you can change history, but you can't change true history.
Well, you can't really change it. You can defray from sharing the actual truth. So you can't
Right.
really change it. I mean, do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so that's the problem. And more often than not, they want to patronize individuals by not really wanting to allow us to really know the true gravity of really what's there.
Right.
And when you pat it down, that's the problem.
And I think with that said, it's like pretty much 90% or 99% participate in the sugar coated Thanksgiving version
Right.
versus the actual Thanksgiving version. I think the indigenous people, they deal with the actual version the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. I mean, it's really interesting.
Right.
But what a great segue. Again, if you want to talk to us, just click the link in the comments. You come up and have a conversation with us. This is a great segue, Tracy, to what we were talking about earlier, and that is what's up with the pilgrim.
What's up with the pilgrims? That leads us to the big day, which is this coming Thursday.
Correct.
And you know, the pilgrims is for those individuals who still want to subscribe to the notion that the people with the weird I don't want to say they had on these odd clothing, but of course they had on the little seraphs, and they
Not
had
like the
on,
Mormons.
yeah, and then of course they had on the head, the head wrap, and they had on the look. We're not gonna talk about all that. Let's just get down to the nitty gritty. At the end of the day, there's this perception of whatever they were eating led us to the big feast.
Okay.
And the big feast is what led us to what I was just talking about a few moments ago. So, what's up with what you are wanting to have with this macaroni and cheese?
Well, I don't mind like if you have green bean casserole, but the mac and cheese, you can tell by the way you either put it on the plate
Okay.
or break into it. You can tell if it's gonna be good.
And how is that?
Cause if it's runny, come on, man. Come on now. And you know what the number one question is at a Thanksgiving feast? Who made potato salad?
You know what? You're right. Because not everyone can make good potato salad. Not every now. I used to have the best friend in the world make the best potato salad in the world. And I so miss her potato salad. Oh my God. I really wish I could travel back across country to get her potato salad. Because she made the best potato salad I've had. Oh my God.
That good, huh?
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, yes. Have not had any like it since. At all. Not at all. At all. With 3 L's and a question mark, 3 exclamation points, and then some.
Well, that leads me to ask you a question, Tracy. Are you a good cook?
Don't ask.
I said, are you a good cook?
I don't really cook like I used to. So I don't know.
You're good at cooking water, right? You cook water.
I need you to hold up your phone and know that I'm about to throw you some finger signs.
Water is simple. All you gotta do is put it on the stove and turn it on.
Water. First of all, I do know how to cook.
Okay. I do. Let me ask you this, Tracy. I'll say it. When you make toast, do you burn it? Or it's nice?
I don't like you, Jeff. I do know how.
Breakfast should be the easiest thing to cook. Thanksgiving is not the time to be testing out new recipes and getting pig with somebody. It is not the time. Damn.
Are you through?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Are you sure?
No, look, you be doing that or something. You want to test stuff out. It needs to be before the Juneteenth or before the 4th of July, whatever. But don't be doing this stuff around Thanksgiving. To myself, I gotta do this. I want y'all to try. No, you don't. Just Thanksgiving.
Jeff.
I'm finished.
Are you through?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I get passionate. Passion of the food. I'm done. Go ahead.
Are you through? Are you through?
Done. I'm done.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can cook.
So you made a Thanksgiving meal before, huh?
Yes, I've made a Thanksgiving meal before. What I was about to say is I don't really cook for anyone because it's just me right now. So I'm not going to make a full Thanksgiving meal because I'm by myself. Now, I am going to go to my besties, but I mean, she's going to do the cooking.
She's not doing the cooking or what?
Yeah, she's going to do the cooking.
I don't eat everybody by the food. I was gonna tell you to come by and bring me a plate, but I don't eat everybody food. Now, if she order some food from Piccadilly, the carrot souffle, and order a pan of beans or greens, and then with the honey baked ham, picked up a ham and stuff like. As long as she put it together. But as far as cooking, I don't eat everybody cooking. That's how you get.
I want to say something to you, short man, but I'm trying to be nice.
That's how you get the spell put on you, especially if you eat everybody's spaghetti. No way.
First of all, I don't either. Spaghetti is something I put. First of all, even though I only eat my spaghetti with turkey in it now because I do spaghetti and it takes me hours to do spaghetti because I still do killer spaghetti and I'm so picky about my spaghetti. No one else can beat me doing spaghetti. Period.
Well,
Period.
all I want is a vegetable plate and a dessert plate because I don't eat catfish or cat and fish together. I don't eat hog balls or chitlins. I don't eat.
Ugh.
I don't eat tilapia. I don't eat. I
Why
don't
are you
even
bringing
eat
all
hot
that
sauce.
fish?
I don't
Who's
even eat
cooking?
hot sauce.
Who's cooking all this fish?
I'm just saying, people cook different stuff for Thanksgiving. You know,
Who?
people because they don't want to do the traditional turkey and greens and macaroni and cheese and
I'm not cooking
they look. I know some people right now have a seafood Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So I mean, it's cool, but like I said, I don't hear everybody cook.
Jeff.
It's different when you go to a restaurant. You get sick, you get to them. But I mean, I don't do everybody's cook.
So what we're gonna do on Thursday is we're gonna talk about what we actually had on Thursday, because apparently you have this insatiable desire to come up with all these weird things that you don't want.
But it caught me half black because I don't eat everything that most black folks eat.
Maybe if I'm in town, maybe I'll find you a dish or something. I don't know. Maybe I can't. You are just weird. I thought I was weird. I thought I was weird, but you may have me beat.
Of course.
Because I know I don't eat everything, and I don't know. Nothing's going to be open.
Well, the hospital, the gas stations, all the stuff be open.
But I'm not going to a gas station. I mean, I do like certain gas stations, but
I mean, certain gas stations have some good food.
So I'm supposed to drive around to a gas station and find you some food?
I mean, vegetables, yeah.
You
got to drive around. I can tell you which one to go to.
Okay. If anyone watches this show, please send me a message and tell me if you think Jeff is weird. Please. Just send me a message.
You don't need no validation. I told you, I am weird.
Okay.
W weird.
Okay, so Jeff has said it, and you can co-sign the fact that Jeff already knows she's weird, but you can co-sign.
Go ahead.
Yes, Jeff is weird.
Send her a note. Let her know I'm weird. I do not deny
Jeff is weird. Co-sign the fact that Jeff.
Nope, I embrace it. I don't deny it.
Co-sign the fact that Jeff says he's weird, and he already knows he's weird, so help him out. Say, yes, Jeff, you're weird.
Tracy, I do things that most people won't do. Like, I will go to a restaurant, and if it's all, Caucasian people in there, that don't stop me. I keep going. Some people turn around and like, I ain't no blacks in this.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. No.
I'm
that has with nothing to do with
not only what I eat, but what I drink. I don't drink beer. And I stopped drinking alcohol years ago.
Yeah, I don't drink it.
Only on special occasions I'll drink some wine, like New Year's. But I mean, I always had this joke going, Tracy, when I tell people I don't drink beer because it look like pee. And then I hear somebody else say, "Why don't drink beer? Tastes like pee." I'm like, wait a minute, how you know what pee tastes like?
I don't drink either.
Right. So, I mean, I used to drink. Man, back in the day, I was heavy on Cisco. That was my drink right there.
I used to drink Jack. So I mean, like.
I used to get so drunk, Tracy, I would wake up and not know where I was.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to. Well, we don't need to talk about what I used to do.
Right, right. Look at the time.
Look at the time. Darn it. The time just scared me.
Yeah,
Darn, I can't talk about that. Right on time. I don't have to talk about it.
Right. We'll have a Thanksgiving show. We'll be back here at 8:00
That's
Central
right.
Time.
It
And
spared me.
yeah,
He's Jeff.
spared you day.
I'm Tracy.
I don't think we're gonna spare you next Thursday, this coming Thursday. I'm Jeff. Hey, this is Drake Talk. Y'all have a good evening. We'll talk
It's
to y'all later.
T&J. Talk to you later. Bye,
Peace.
everybody. Peace.